Can you imagine having to fake your death just to get spinal surgery? We tangented so hard I kind of forgot what actually happened, so this is going to be fun.
Same here, that's what I was asking you.
We're going to get to the homeless camp and then, find Johnny Yagi or some shit. And there he is. Seriously, he looks like the villain from that one Ace Attorney trial.
And so I could who are you calling a proper lady? Oh, sorry, my mistake. Oh, and I think in the English, his English voice, when I rewatched the stream, it's done by the same guy who does Old Man Joseph's Joestar.
Probably. Richard Apcar is playing 5 characters in this. It's beautiful. We need to rally all of the pigeons in order to save him.
Us homeless people don't have much, you know. We live simple lifestyles. But don't you have a Google phone? Yes. Your point is?
On the other hand, we kind of don't want to stop you. Let's face it, if we can collect the money from that hit the Korean Mafia's put out on him, we'll be rolling in Szechuan for life.
Szechuan's not from Korea. It's from China.
No, but they can use the money they get from the Koreans paying them for the hit on Namba to buy...
Japanese homeless people are going to collect a bounty from the Korean Mafia to buy a Chinese sauce.
Yes, Sam, they're homeless, they don't have lorries, so buying eggs is useless to them. If it was anyone else, they could buy egg and put it on their crisps, but, none of the homeless have the means with which to be modern lorry drivers.
No. You're confusing geography again. That's only if you live in Burma. I mean, some of these homeless people could train to be real lorry drivers.
Again, they don't have lorries, though, so there's no point to buying egg to put on their crisps. They could travel to Burma. Oh no, they've discovered Namba's porn laptop.
I'm saying that the arm man saying, "Oh yes, I bought this phone. I invest in the stock market. I'm actually my winnings are actually over $100,000 now in US dollars. Then why are you still homeless? I know. I like hanging around everyone. They're my good friends.
No. The other why he's still homeless. I don't know how to cash it out.
Oh, is he a reverse DSP? DSP can't figure out how to sell a house. He can't figure out how to buy one. It's all very complicated. I think I'd better off just staying here. But aren't you worth $100,000? Well, yes. But I imagine you could get a cheap house or rent an apartment or something. I could, but then would have to walk here every morning to hang around my friends. So for the moment, I'm good here. Excuse me, I'll go back to my tent and starts walking out of the camp. Oh, goddammit, old man. You have to turn him around again.
The app won't let me cash the money out. They keep citing market volatility. Oh,
Allow you to cash out, just won't allow you to buy anything. Such an early adopter that Robinhood has, stopped buying of GME 2 years prior to when they stopped stopping people buying GME.
This is the problem.
Space is warped and time is bendable.
This is like advanced stock market, where you have a bunch of psychic people start shorting the stocks for you.
This isn't just any stock manipulation. This is advanced stock manipulation.
This is hyper-autistic stock manipulation. You have psychic people buy up the stock's early adoption for you, but then, the stock market fires back by getting their own psychics to shut down specific stocks in advance. So the result is the stock market flows normally in reverse.
Don't know what you've reminded me of. Right, prepared for a weird and wild tangent.
Yep.
When I was a kid, I'm talking probably here. There's some ITV had a load of live action shows. There's one which featured this guy who could change parts of his body, mainly his arms, into mechanical things. Remember, live action. So this is not generated Rex. This came out years before it.
No, this is on CITV, yeah?
Yes, that was it.
I know what you're on about, but I forget the name of the fucking show. Sorry, are you sure you're not thinking of My Parents Are Aliens?
Same channel, different show.
Okay, so carry on.
Remember, he entered some kind of contest because he had to get pieces of this weird technological egg. But anyway, so he started it as an assault course, Ninja Warrior, and so he just turned his arm into a long grappling arm and just picked the thing they're supposed to pick up. And then the judge just shook his head and just pointed at the rules, saying no glitching.
Sorry, just while we're tangenting First of all, why the fuck would the contest have that as a rule? Second of all, while we're
Because he isn't the only person who can do it. Apparently some other people could.
while we're tangenting onto like weird live action kid shows, do you remember Bernard's Watch?
Didn't think so.
It was like the one where the pocket watch that froze time.
Okay.
No.
They were like that was somehow so popular they remade that like twice.
Oh, do you remember the one where some kind of kids show where there's this kind of small model of almost looked like a house, which is important somehow, and they collect pieces of it. There's also this one school teacher who could manipulate the minds of his students. I don't know how best to describe.
No, you're thinking of the Demon Headmaster from BBC.
Yeah. Wonder if I'm accidentally combining two shows because watched it when I was like literally 8.
Well, again, that's BBC. That's not CITV. You're thinking of Demon Headmaster, though.
I remember thinking at the time, there's one guy saying, "Oh, so you can go into people's minds. How about you try it on me?" No, it's a machine that you can take out people's memories. How about you try it on me? I trust you, and you can just put them back afterwards. And I remember thinking at the time, "You're a fucking idiot."
Yeah. That's how you end up with hat racks.
Yeah, and remember, I was about 8 at the time, and I thought that was stupid.
Oh, God. Live action kid shows, like when we were growing up, were fucking weird.
Hell, when I was watching like the end of the kind of slime era of TV shows, where it was about slime your TV teacher and things. Was that ITV?
No, man. That carried on into like the early 2010s.
Really?
And, yeah, Nickelodeon was still doing the slime hour of TV up until like 2012 or some shit. Like, I don't know. I think it was like 2011, 2012 when Nickelodeon stopped airing like live action game shows between their animated stuff. It was probably around the time they phased out Drake and Josh.
I never actually watched that.
Oh,
there's that kind of era. It must have been like early.
I'm dead fucking serious. You have missed out if you've not watched Drake and Josh. Like, the comedy in it's fucking superb. Like,
Is that on Disney one?
That was Nickelodeon. You know how in TV shows, when they have, like, a celebrity guest, but they can't actually get the celebrity, so they just use a shitload of fake shemps? Like when they had Jimmy Carter on the take, but we could only see the back of Jimmy Carter.
Yeah.
Okay, Drake and Josh had quite possibly the funniest version of a fake shemp I've ever seen, because the entire plot of the episode was that Josh accidentally runs over Oprah. And then, like, the entire episode is just them leaning on the fourth wall about how, like, they can't get in to see Oprah because she's in the hospital.
6.5 hours later.
Anyway, let's go over to Chinatown to rescue Namba while we tangent some more. That's not what I wanted to talk about, though. What I want to talk about...
So, before you go into that, I said, Texture, how are you able to get across the city so fast? Well, you see, I start my car in second gear, and I can give more gas.
Yes, that's the secret. All Japanese taxi drivers know the art of the dragster high score. No, but My Parents Are Aliens, did you watch that?
An episode here or there.
You know the actor who played the dad in it?
I remember very little from it. So.
Okay, so basically, I was watching the thick of it, and there was this one actor in it, and I couldn't place where I'd seen him before, and it was niggling me. And then I realised who it was, and I googled it, and it was like, yeah, it's the dad from that. Dan Miller.
Dan Miller.
The guy who becomes the party leader at the very end of season 4 after they kick Nicola Murray out. Like, his archer was the dad in My Parents Are Aliens, but he's also in, like, a fuck ton of comedy films. I think he's done some video game voice acting. Like, dude gets around. But, like, it's just, like, it's so fucking jarring to watch the fake of it and be like, oh, cool, it's Brian. Oh, God.
Again, you would have been older then. I only remember just vague flashes of it, because I was, like, 8 or whatever it was at the time. Or 10.
Oh, God.
That kind of era of TV. Hell, I still remember Jetix before it became Cartoon Network.
No, Jetix became Disney XD. It was Boomerang that became Cartoon Network. Fuck, we're old. Sorry, I'm just having fun.
In my engineering course, I'm the oldest person there, so when in the workshop they put on the radio, I was like, oh yeah, I remember this song, and things like that, and I keep thinking to myself, some of these guys, they wouldn't remember the song, they wouldn't have been alive when the song came out.
I had this problem with Trinity last night because we were listening to Craig Charles and that song came on Push It Real Good. Like, that came on, and Trinity was like, Jesus Christ, I'm fucking older than the song. And I was like,
Shit.
I remember when the song came out.
You know, I forgot something. I forgot to listen to that. I was listening to a Joey Diaz podcast.
It's water under the bridge.
Listen.
Yeah, Joey Diaz, I think it's episode 380 with Theo Von. I go back to that. It's hilarious.
I think I've explained Craig Charles before, but like his radio show is like a fucking slot machine of music. Like, he will literally have fucking anything in the space of 2 hours. But so towards the end of the show, they do a themed mixtape every week now since the middle of 2020. And last night's mixtape was songs themed around food. So naturally, in the middle of it, they have Milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. That wasn't the funny one, though.
What, Sugar? Would that count?
I mean, that would have counted, but they didn't have that. The funny one was they had a song literally just titled Soup for One. And I was just like, oh, this song was made for me. Like, I wish we had the right, I wish we had the money to cover someone to pay someone to do a jazz cover, because we could just make that our theme song. Like, as opposed to having to use the Gaming in the Clinton Years intro for every episode of Yakuza.
Was that the one where you found out such songs as Feel Free to Wear Sunscreen?
Yes, that was that. And also the Humpty Dance, which I recommend everyone listen to. Oh, sorry, just
how come there's so many friends with him? He tried to kill them all.
No, he's only trying to kill Namba.
And who is them, by the way?
They're in a restaurant. It's hallowed ground. Everyone knows that you don't start a fight in a restaurant due to social etiquette.
She doesn't. That's what almost got him killed last time.
Hard to trust the guy who was pointing a gun at me just a few hours ago.
But now we are outside.
Well, is it going to be Master Arako? Master Arako, what are you doing? What do you talk about? What are you doing? Well, what are you doing here? I'm trying to have a nice dinner, and you keep interrupting me. Look, I did not mean to interrupt you this time. Maybe we can just talk about this. Oh, good. The main course has arrived. And just pulls another gun. How do you keep ordering that?
For the record, we've entered a Chinese restaurant, so there's a very good chance that we're about to be attacked by the Snake Flower Triad.
I thought you were about to say there's a good chance we'll get salmonella.
I don't know. Maybe they've put salmonella in the foods to double bluff Itchy.
Was that the secret ingredient?
Oh, God. Oh, cool, it's the old dude from earlier. Still unimpressed by Itchy's horniness.
Wait, is this the same restaurant that Arakara went to as a kid?
No, I think this is a different one. Sorry, what the fuck is it with everyone looking like stand users? Even the old dudes getting it in and out.
This guy from early in the story?
Yeah, he's really in the story, but like now that he's got the other two flanking him, he looks kind of like that guy from Ghost in the Shell, but without the sunglasses.
Barto, the guy voiced by the same guy who does
Richard Apcar. He's also Raiden in Mortal Kombat. The more you know. Seriously, they look like stand users.
Funny story about Barto in Ghost in the Shell. His body is, I think, completely mechanical, and he buys like something to improve your strength, like two handles on a massive spring, so you can like do exercise with it and spring resists, and you build muscle. Kind of the main character of the series, Kusanagi, has a go and is like, why do you buy shit like that when your arms are mechanical? And he doesn't really have an answer. So, you know what? He counters saying, why didn't you just get like a male body?
Mind over matter just makes him feel human.
Basically. And he counters saying, why don't you get like a male body which is bigger and will be stronger and things? So Kusanagi just hacks his own body and makes him punch himself. He's saying, yeah, I think I'm okay with the body I have. Strength is and everything.
Yeah, female cyborg like would be faster though.
Yeah, that, and she is a master hacker.
Okay, I'm just gonna spoil shit now, but the guy on the right's a future party member. I'm fucking excited to get him on the party.
Well, I was rewatching part of the In a Nutshell video, and is he the guy you can play darts with in one side quest?
Yes. Oh no, you can play darts with everyone. Like, just inviting people to play darts as a gameplay mechanic. Okay, no, like the Chinese guy though, I'm excited for him, because he's basically this game's equivalent of Majima. like he is the Majima to Ichiban's Kiryu.
Can't lay down my spear.
Right. So, is this old guy the head of the local Chinese mafia cell, or the local Korean?
No, he's the Japanese mafia, the Koreans pink out, and then Peacock over there is the Chinese. Because that outfit's like a fucking 12 on the 10 scale of flamboyance.
People are dying. And meanwhile, you three are just.
So why the hell are you three here? Well, we agreed to a ceasefire, and to seal the deal, we were going to go to a love hotel and work out all the, pent-up stress we've had over the past few weeks.
In all fairness, the old guy did just say he can't put his spear down until stuff's done.
Yes, now the four of you, we didn't expect company, but I suppose we can work something out. The room we're renting is quite nice, it's quite a large room. But I'm afraid I don't know if you can handle us. I mean, we can go for several hours, and they look at Ishi. I don't think you can go more than a few minutes. And Ishi like slams his hands on the table. What do you say? I can go as long as you can, old man. Oh, I'm old, but I am experienced. You can't keep up with me, young man. And then the woman looks sheepishly. The one looked sheepishly and said, Ishi, don't do it. You don't know what this guy's standards like. He'll outlast even you.
The camera just goes like 2 hours later, and then smash cuts to them in a prison, and then like, so what the fuck are you, like, there's just like all of them in one jail cell, and then the next cell over, there's just like a single Yakuza, like, so what are you all in for? And they all point to Ichi. He f***ed the prostitute with
What? That's what you're comparing it to?
I was going to go a different route. What was it? Epic movie where they're all in one bed in different angles, all smoking cigarettes, and they were just going, wow. And for some reason, Omelette is there.
Of course, Omelette's there.
According to you, that sort of stuff is okay on this wholesome family.
No, Omelette doesn't get involved. Omelette's just there to videotape it for posterity.
Chinatown, two rival Chinese gangs were competing for dominance. The winner of that fight.
Like, Ichiban needs a record for later, so he pays Omelette.
What, you're quoting that one Jake Gyllenhaal film?
Yeah, like
Time Travel, whatever it's called?
He needs it for posterity, so like he has Omelette videotape him on the side.
Need this video for posterity to get into the hospital. So, you say you're mentally breaking down, but what evidence do you have? Like, oh, hang on, let me bring this laptop. Let me show you this stream. Do you have like half an hour? And after I say, oh god, we'll have to upgrade you to the premium suite.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. That's what this is reminding me of. Irish gay club, Sam. That's, like, we're 20 minutes in. Now's a good time for me to make you have a mental breakdown. Let's talk about gay clubs in the north of Ireland.
The north of Ireland, not just the south.
Well, where's Belfast? I'm pretty sure that's the north of Ireland.
No, I think that's right in the south. It's right next to Cork.
Okay, Belfast. There is a gay club in Belfast that is apparently Europe's most popular gay club, and the engineer is going to put this on the screen, but it's a Soviet...
Going to advertise a gay club on this wholesome family stream.
It's Sam, it's a Soviet-themed gay club called the Kremlin that has a big statue of Lenin above the door in Ireland. What the actual fuck?
Wasn't that one of the founding principles of communism? Everyone shares what they have.
No, but like, why the fuck is there a Russian theme? Like, it's like, if it was just an ordinary Russian-themed gay club, I'd understand. But it's like, it's the fact that it's specifically a Lenin-era USSR-themed gay club. That's what distracts me here. Like, why the fuck in Ireland? They have their own problems with the IRA and fucking Catholic v Protestants. Like, what?
Three of you are working together to support him.
Maybe you don't want to open that can of worms because apparently the Trolls are starting up again because of the whole Brexit botched deal.
Good. I just
You heard about this?
Oh yeah.
I've only heard that because of the deal where basically it's eroding the Good Friday Agreement. People on both sides are getting very angry about it.
Oh god. It's fine. Honestly, I just imagine that, like, this Russian, like, honestly, in my mind, this Russian gay club is just like the neutral zone for the two of them.
The two of who?
The Catholics and the Protestants. Like, it's neutral territory, because it's the one thing they can both agree to mutually hate on.
Solutions that would save lives. And eventually
That's a pretty good idea.
That's not even me. That's just me pointing out the facts that
industry.
they hate
Now,
the
how is that
gays.
could be construed as you? You've just talked about it as a club, and you just said the Catholics and Protestants can unite with their hatred of communism. I'm sorry to here. What are you saying? That a large amount of the USSR is made up of LGBT individuals, and by the USSR you being gay people?
No,
Where are you going with this?
I wasn't trying to insinuate that Catholics and Protestants both. I was trying to say that, like, even though they fight over which of them's the one true religion, or whatever the fuck they're on about, like, both of them.
Several Irish people in the chat furiously typing.
But, Sam, we're the only Irish people in here at the moment, and we're not even fucking Irish. Like,
After the first
my point, I don't know, you might be.
You sound Irish. I don't know if that counts.
And I think you're half Irish. My point is, like, both religions.
You think I might be like 3/13 Irish?
Probably,
I really can't
look,
remember.
Sam, I haven't looked into your family tree. For all I know, you're like the king of the prostitutes or something. I haven't read your family
How do
history.
you find out by a family tree?
Because, like, they had to put their jobs. Like, you have to write your occupation down in, like.
It's going to be like that Miller and whatever sketch.
Florence Agnes Davis, age 20, whore.
Apparently, the current Pope invited over some of the Clintons to give like a speech on morality.
Oh, goody.
So that's good.
Oh, goody.
Yeah.
Bill, like, he can give the Pope his opinions on Battletoads while he's on it. Fuck. And then my brain, my AD8, like, we're not getting anywhere. We're not getting anywhere with the plot in this episode. This is just going to be an hour. This is just going to be an hour of you and me having ADHD back and forth. I said Bill Clinton gives his opinions on
PhD or PTSD?
ADHD.
We can't tell the difference between the two.
I said that Bill Clinton gives his opinions on Battletoads to the Pope, and then I remembered, fucking, I think it was MatPat gave a copy of Undertale to the Pope. It was either MatPat or Toby Fox. My point is, the Pope has a copy of Undertale.
He just used some old tricks.
Wasn't one of the main themes of Undertale help getting over depression?
Yeah. Oh, God.
Do you understand?
What was I going to say? That was right. The Pope's pointy hat. Okay, you know the Pope's big-ass hat.
People reap those benefits also.
I've heard of it, yeah.
Okay, what I found out during my research on the Pope, for legal reasons, was the Pope has two ceremonial hats, which are covered in jewels. Like the Pope has a hat which he doesn't wear because it's purely ceremonial, and the best way I can describe this hat is it looks like a Fabergé egg in hat form.
My mother was
Like, it's that covered in jewels.
I was young when she brought me here. Ijincho was a breath of fresh air.
Oh, okay. Anything that you'd like to add to this long tangent before we try and get back to the plot?
The relief we found here,
I was wondering if you had a point to this story.
but
No, like, this is the thing. I'm just ranting because my ADHD is going off.
so did our clashes.
Coming off or going off?
Going off.
Which applies to your ADHD and which applies to your clothes? My clothes are going off, or is it my ADHD going off? Which is going off?
Bit of both. Anyway, should we get back to the actual plot here?
Should we?
It was an offer of steady income.
Yeah, the Koreans want control of all the counterfeiting operations or something, so they're trying to hash a deal out.
We would perform the surveillance
Or something.
necessary to contain the secret.
You go about Supernatural, isn't it? To seal a deal with demons, you have to kiss them. But such a deal like this, because it's a lot more than that.
To contribute to the smooth running of Ijincho.
Oh, honestly, I don't think that most people would mind sealing the deal of a kiss after Helltakers come out.
Helltaker?
Oh, I'm taking you down a rabbit hole later. It's a game where you play as, like, a really buff guy who decides to go make a harem of female demons. Yes.
What the fuck?
It has so much fan art, Sam.
He moved up in the world. There are worse ways to climb.
Oh, God.
But I can't condone it. It's still a cover-up.
Was there at one point when Sam drank several litres of demon blood, he's able to just insta-kill demons by thinking of it?
Oh, good. Yeah. Supernatural's a weird show back when they had competent writers.
What do you mean it ended after season 5?
Yeah. Oh, God. Friendly reminder that Supernatural was co-written by the guy that made The Tick.
Yep.
No, he specifically helped make Is it Ben Adlins? I think it's Ben Adlins.
Yes.
But he specifically helped make Supernatural because he wrote The Tick. Because I don't know if he still has the same opinion or not, but like basically he got fed up of like a decade of people only knowing him for doing The Tick. So he tried to start writing horror instead.
Your friend Nambaku.
I think in recent years he's mellowed out on that opinion though, considering the fact that he's trying to like get a continuation to the Amazon Prime series. Oh God, good times.
Digging through Comey Jewel affairs like a rabid raccoon. Right from the start.
Because I watched a bit of a Supernatural, but out of context. Mal comments about his dick is rising up, talking about the guy who's I think was trying to become POTUS, who's like a senator.
They named the character that though, just so they could keep making that joke.
Wasn't it the actor been in something else we had watched?
Yeah,
Wasn't
the guy who plays Dick Roman in Supernatural, his actor is the same guy that does the voice of Zigbar in Kingdom Hearts. And he uses the same fucking voice. I mean, I'm not joking, right? That is literally the only reason I watched any of Supernatural, is so that I could get up to season 7 and just enjoy him being the Leviathan King. And then I stopped watching after that, because it's like, I've put up with everything and I've seen as much as I need to.
You'll have to bring Namba to me.
When was it? Didn't they have several MLP voice actors in there? The one who played was Scootaloo. They had Celestia in there at one point.
This is the thing though, I came back to watching Supernatural because season 8 had Curtis Armstrong in, who as we all know played Dan in Dan Versus, among other stuff.
The Great Wall will crumble.
Other stuff. What else has he done?
Mainly B movies. He was in Batman though.
Which one?
Return to the Batcave.
Remember when you had a go at me and saying the Batman film, the first Batman film, which I got wrong, and you had a real go at me and saying, oh, he was in Batman. Batman's been going on for about 60 fucking years.
Yeah, no, that was the one. He was in the 60s Batman in the reunion movie.
It's not Alfred, Mr. West. It's Jerry. Alfred was the guy on the TV show.
I like to imagine that, like, our conversation is just the conversation that they're all having around the table right now. Like,
but they argue about Batman, about Irish gay clubs.
Yeah, it's like, this is how the war between the three mafias...
The Koreans actually have invested heavily in this bar, because, you know, it's the Russian branch of the Korean mafia.
Exactly.
Go ahead and act
like that's this episode. Instead of arguing about counterfeiting, it's a 30-minute argument about Irish-Russian themed gay bars, and which.
Well, they just simply want to make a Russian theme to keep making fun of Russia to demoralize them.
Yeah, that's probably it, though.
It turns out this bar, like what, 33% of it is owned by the Korean mafia.
Sorry, like I'm sorry, I cannot focus today at all. Just while we're on the topic of gay bars. Right, let's talk about the Village People.
I told my guys to make it pain.
I think I've heard them.
Sam, you know the music video in the Navy?
Yes.
Do you know the story of how that got funded? Because it's fucking beautiful.
What do you say to our offer now?
The Navy approached the Village People, not the other way around, and offered them a boat in exchange for them making the music video, because they didn't realise the band was a gay band and wanted them to make a recruitment video for the Navy, which the music video was originally supposed to be used for.
Given all this,
like, they only found out after they already funded the video and it had been made that the Village People was a gay band. Also, the Village People, like, all of the members of the Village People who were in the band at the time that music video were filmed, they're all honorary members of the Navy.
Oh, God.
So the Village People are actually in the Navy. Yes.
Reminds me, there's been several Marvel films which have been officially endorsed by branches of the US military. The original Iron Man was endorsed by the Army, and the Captain Marvel film was endorsed by the Air Force.
Yeah, you have to actually work with the military in order to use military hardware in your films.
Yeah, and I looked in the article, said there's no official criteria to get your film approved, but basically it has to portray whatever branch you're going for in a positive light.
Yeah, you have to be pro-military to get funded. Oh, God. There was one movie which they basically had to do the military with fuck all budget because they were being anti-military. I forget what it was though. I know it was a comedy film, but basically portrayed the American military as massively incompetent. I think it was a spoof of Independence Day. I'm not sure. The engineer's probably not going to be able to find the title because not even I know what I'm fucking talking about. Oh God! Should we get back to finding the local homeless feller?
Should we?
I don't know. Did I ever tell you about the time?
6.5 hours later.
It came out later, though, that he was just at hospital having a foot amputated. But, he hadn't bothered to tell anyone.
The closest thing I have to that is one of my former driving instructors was recently, I think, convicted of trying to murder his wife.
What the fuck?
I was like, oh yeah, I think I know that guy.
What the fuck? Oh.
My brother said, hey, isn't this your previous driving instructor? Why is he, in prison now? I was like, oh shit.
Oh, God. We're not. I'm not built to survive in the real world, Sam. Please help me. Holy shit, Ice Wizard came back. Well, you haven't seen him for 7 episodes.
Ice Wizard, remember, 2-second lag. If he's shown up, I haven't seen him yet.
No, he's in the chat. Oh, God.
Well, nothing's come up in the chat from me.
You have to click users in chat. Oh, got one of these.
Yeah, there's a bunch of users. Ice Wizard, yeah, go with him. Twitch Grow Witches, Cherry Dipper, Commander Root, Droop Drog, lots of G's. Oh, we have a Russian boss in the chat. Wonder who he could be.
Oh, dear. Right, let's get back on with we've got to go beat up Bleach Japan for reasons that I haven't followed. They've probably kidnapped Namber or something.
You should beat them up even if they hadn't done anything. It's like, oh, Bleach Japan. Do you know what time it is? And it's 2:15. It's time for your beating. Oh God, no, not again.
With the platinum ore that we got from the previous episode, it upgrades Ichi's Damascus steel katana, so that now it's the Muramasa, the opposite sword to the Sephiroth one.
So Jetstream Sam's sword.
Yes, that's the one. The good thing is, when it's fully upgraded, it actually causes bleeding as a status effect, which is nice. Spot the QAnon member.
Wait, so you have to upgrade a sword so it does bleeding damage?
Yes.
This is starting to sound like Dark Souls, from what I've seen in the speedruns. In Dark Souls 2, you can add an effect to your weapon called bleeding.
Can you imagine what this game would be like with the combat if Ichiban was hallucinating Dark Souls instead of Dragon's Quest? Oh, just parry everything.
The suffering he goes through. But he'd be running around in his underwear with a giant pillar holding up a building. He's turned into a makeshift club.
Yes. Oh, that'd be fucking beautiful.
Which he uses like a spear. If we're going by Dark Souls 1, because have I told you about the main glitch using that game?
No, go on.
Okay, the main base is all weapons have their own movesets, except the bow. It doesn't have its own moveset. It tries to detect what you have in the other hand to know what its moveset should be. And through trickery, you can change one weapon's moveset to another. And so if you get the Dragon Tooth, which is a massive club which does a lot of damage, but as it's a club, it's not very fast.
Look at how much damage those poker
Change
chips
that.
did.
You can change that to have the same effects as a spear, so you can use it as a spear, so you can charge with it, and it does several hits per second if you hit them. So it's doing the heaviest damage you can do with a weapon in the game, several times a second.
Nice.
I think the main glitch in Dark Souls 2 is just getting two different elemental effects on your weapon at the same time.
I can see the lights on the flexion floor. Someone's in there, but no one's home.
You say flecken floor? You got Nuntung again. Nuntung.
Oh, yeah, yes. The lights are on, but no one's home. Just like Ozzy Osbourne.
It's like me at the minute.
No, you're definitely home because you're talking to me. Have you ever seen that video of Ozzy Osbourne just failing to talk in an interview?
No.
He does the human equivalent of when you smack your keyboard and just hit every letter. The man genuinely looks like he's having a stroke.
Crewmate-san.
I've said, engineer, put that
Sorry
clip
to
in
barge
post.
like
It's
this.
fucking
I
beautiful.
wanted to see if our buddy was here.
How did you know?
Yo, Ichiban.
You sober now?
No, yeah. I'm never, but
Good news, by the way. The Chinese are after him now instead of the Koreans.
Instead, or as well as?
I don't know. They probably offered a bigger bounty.
Well, so it's now the secret, like a CEO of some company.
No, I think he's just running here because Bleach Japan's the last place people would expect to look for the homeless.
My name is Ogasawara. I'm here.
Oh, you're the director of Bleach Japan. Didn't you come into the same brothel I went to one time? No. That must be a completely different person. No, I'm sure it was you. How much money will it take to make this go away? I don't know. Let's start talking.
I think this is the man from the beginning of the game funding the 3 hours or something.
Let's not mess around.
3 hours?
You guys need to get out.
Yeah, the 3 hours plan. I forget what it stands for, but that plan to get rid of the Yakuza.
That includes you, Namba.
What is a government initiative?
Yeah, but like it would be funded by politicians, remember? Like you can't just do a government initiative. Politicians actually need to support the fucking thing.
And Yokohama Lumon are in on it.
Otherwise it just gets voted down. I'm pretty sure that's how the government's supposed to work. Either that or a politician just bribes someone to look the other way. Or, you know, if you're Scottish, you get the virus and then you ride a train, despite the fact that we're in fucking lockdown.
I think he's telling the truth. What?
Sam, change the topic before I get us banned for being too political.
But not once you said it was just you three. That's not Great Wall of muscle strength.
It was with the bunch of MLP actors being in Supernatural. Was it just a case the actors will do pretty much anything and they were approached by saying, yeah, I loved your work voicing cartoon horses. Would you like to be a side character in this? Because I remember...
For the record, no, for the record, most of them were in Supernatural before they did animated children's work.
I thought it was after.
No, because Supernatural was done like 2005, 2007. MLP was 2010.
Oh, okay.
Like, the only one who appears like at roughly the same time is Michelle Kreber.
What is with this guy?
Who is she?
Voice of Apple Bloom. Because she was in the episode where Dean's death for a day is the cancer patient that he has to kill. Oh, God. Funny thing is, someone drew that and had her sign it at a convention.
I'll handle this, director.
How's that compare with someone getting the voice actor for, was it Twilight, to say a melting pot of friendship? And then they calls him a ghost with that clip.
I come home on Sunday and I see that clip of Tara Strong saying she's a melting pot of friendship. Good God!
No, that wasn't the funny one. The funny one was someone accidentally gave John Delancey pornography at a convention. Allegedly, what happened was someone accidentally gave John Delancey Discord Rule 34 because he was like he printed off a cropped image but forgot to crop the entire penis out. And then apparently, allegedly, what happened was John
Cropped the entire penis out, so some of it was originally supposed to be left in.
No, like what happened was he cropped Discord to be in frame, but didn't crop like the entire of the lower half of the torso out. So part of the penis was still in shot because he thought it was a leg or something initially. And then John Delancey noticed it and then like proceeded to take the picture and show it to the person on the table next to him and go, you see that? That's the part they drew based off of me.
And he says, we were discussing earlier about how apparently they modeled Discord after me, but I think this is the only part they got right.
It's a good clip.
I remember that spear from Final Fantasy VII. It's one of Sid's top level ones.
Yep.
It's an actual spear, where I forget what it's called. But it's not so good at stabbing, but it's meant for sweeping.
I do believe they misnamed it in Final Fantasy VII.
Really?
I believe they called it a scimitar in Final Fantasy VII. I was always under
the type of sword.
I was always under the impression that the scimitar was the version of that where you have that blade, but it's on a sword. But then again, like, apparently that's called a saber, so I might be mistaken. Maybe the scimitar is the pole.
No, scimitar should be a sword. And its predecessor, which I found from Assassin's Creed Origins, the Shamshir.
Hang on a second. Engineer, put that clip from Indiana Jones in, please. Like, we're not even gonna do the boss fight. That's how this is gonna go.
It's time to get good at darts.
No, I just meant, like, we could shoot with an actual fucking gun. I just meant, like, instead of us having all of this footage of the boss fight, we just put that clip in. But, like, Photoshop.
Sorry, them talking over in different outfits is just ridiculous. Just Koichi in the breakdancer outfit.
It's fine. The peppermill will bust through his defense. It's like a shit post from a scene from Filthy Frank. Just attacking some of the fucking pepper grinder. Oh, God.
Just a prank, bro. It's just a prank.
Oh boy, what song from Pink Season can we get in that won't get us demonetized instantly? Oh my God, the sword has a little skull on the handle. That's amazing. Oh gosh, I think we might be morally questionable. Shall I hit him with a playing card or a protractor?
A protractor? What the fuck?
Yeah, because she's an office clerk, remember?
I thought she was the gambler.
No, but like, she still has some of her new moves from being an office clerk because I upgraded it.
Office clerk? She's the CEO, or she's the owner of a company.
Yeah, but her default character class is clerk, which is this game's equivalent to ninja. I've told you before.
That fire coming out of him. Ishi, what are you talking about? Are you high again? No.
It's fine. Hit him with the candle.
Huh? Let's go.
So you're just gonna set him on fire? Psycho, where are you hiding that candle? Maybe it's best not to ask. Wait, why does it smell like that? Why does the candle smell so bad? Again, it's probably best not to ask.
Holy shit, this looks amazing with Koichi in the breakdancer's outfit. It looks like an album cover. The end of the move just looks like an album cover. With
yes.
Like, engineer, screen cap that. Oh god. Eat this, the Thunder Pepper Splits attack. This game is a fucking joke with the amount of moves we've got, Sam.
Just from burns from having pepper in his eyes.
No, we set him on fire when Harry pulls a candle out.
Alright.
Oh, and the Joker card kills him. So who's going to pay for all the damages to Bleach Japan's office? Not me.
They are, of course. They have insurance.
No, it's fine. If we leave the Chinese mafia there, they'll have to pay.
You can still talk.
It's either that or get arrested. Oh good, you can still talk. There's still teeth for me to kick out. Oh, we're gonna pave the floors with enamel, Sam.
Why do you start at the head? People always get so fuzzy.
Oh dear.
I slaughtered him and hung him like a pig on a hook.
I think they're interrogating him over the death of the hammer. Oh no, it's the death of the soapland owner.
They're not the hammerer, the guy who went to the soapland.
Yeah, sorry.
You say you killed the hammerer as well? Yes, I had him killed. He was too much of a liability. He was starting to get his confidence back. He might get back into the porn industry, and in the middle of a session, he might start talking secrets. What? But he was my favorite porn star. How dare you try and kill him? We had to shoot him because if we got into a physical confrontation, it would never work. He has too much stamina. I mean, have you seen how well he is? Yes. I've watched his old video.
He doesn't need to use the hammer, he just puts the nails in by slapping them with his penis. Oh god.
He had to put just a tiny crack in the Great Wall.
A crack? You mean Nonomiya's death?
I don't get it. Ogasawara ordered a hit so he could get rid of the gray zone? He's a Bleach Japan
Yes,
guy?
we'll get rid of Japan's grey zone by killing one soapland owner. That'll show them.
That wouldn't solve much because that just frees up the license for another institution. Because no new licenses can be granted, but the same amount of licenses. So one organization loses the license, another one can gain it. If that makes any sense.
What do you mean?
On the other hand, though, the building probably goes to the government.
Necessarily, a company might go to auction if another company wants to open a soap land. They can use it. They can sell the soap land because soap land licenses are in short supply. That means there's a good market for them. I would have thought.
True. I realise this is kind of obvious, but I kind of feel the need to point this out just in case, because we tangent a lot. Like, Bleach Japan's hypocrites because they're hiring the mafia, while claiming to be have the moral high ground. Oh god.
I'm trying to think of a prequel meme joke to make here.
Oh dear, hello there. That not the one you wanted?
Oh, when Ishii walks in the office and sees a bunch of soy boys in the Bleach Japan. Oh, I see it. This is going to be easy.
Oh god. Just Joe comes back. You fool, I've been trained in the Art of Dragon's Quest by Arakawa.
Guys, if the Omi Alliance
Oh god, you just, like, Joe starts trying to counter Ichi by just windmilling a baseball bat.
Bastard Ogasawara to give us the lowdown.
Well, did you watch the video I sent you when you asked me for the Star Wars 1 parody?
Yes, Republic credits.
Republic credits?
Republic Dactarians.
All I have is Republic Dictarians.
Friendly reminder that shapeshifters exist in the Star Wars universe, and they never fucking do anything with them.
Bleach Japan is gonna...
No, they appear in the Darth Plagueis book.
Yeah, but like my point is, in the films they never do anything, because it's in episode 2. They have a throwaway line to, oh, one of the assassins hired to kill Padme is a changeling, and then it never comes up again.
Probably because it'd be too difficult and or expensive to animate.
I know, but just like, I love the fact that George Lucas, just like, honestly, the Iraqi forget memes should just go to George Lucas. Because if anyone forgets his own fucking writing, it's George Lucas.
You need to just focus on yourself.
Oh god.
You got assassins after you.
And then Disney Musically is his franchise. Anyway, moving back on.
Yeah, why did Disney do that? If they just stuck with all the lore that was already out there, they'd have plenty of material to work from. Didn't they declare most of it non-canon?
Because that requires you to actually read the fucking lore.
But that means, what idea should we use? I know, we have like 20 different books we can draw from. Wasn't it the guy who did The Mandalorian, a guy who appeared in the Iron Man film? The guy played, was it Happy? He sometimes directs, and he directed The Mandalorian, and didn't he scour a lot of the books and films and things for lore to use?
No, but the thing is, they made The Mandalorian specifically as a sequel to the original trilogy, ignoring the Disney stuff.
Yeah, all I know about it is that they're very faithful to the original like books and films and things, and he tried to keep it like that.
Friendly reminder though, contrast how Disney handled the Star Wars canon to like original Star Trek. Like, they hired a guy to make a Star Trek movie with fuck all budget, so he decided to watch the entire original series to look for ideas, and he made objectively the best Star Trek movie.
Arthur Khan?
Yeah. Like, that literally came about because the guy just watched every episode of the original series, and he was like, ooh, this cliffhanger gives me a good idea.
When Khan and his buddies were sent to some prison planet, then the film explained that the prison was overrun by like giant creatures. All the guards were killed, and the prison...
No. The planet was in the wrong spot and got watched by a solar flare.
Oh, yeah. The prince managed to survive to a time and eventually managed to hijack a ship. A woman who Khan eventually married died just either by creatures or heat stroke.
If you read the novel, it goes into even more detail.
Oh, shit.
What's up?
Here we go. Here comes plot.
The funniest thing is that when they take over, I think it's the Enterprise.
Actual fucking plot's going on, Sam.
That's Rio Aoki, the governor. That's back when he was younger.
It's going to be Nanda, isn't it?
Backdrop there.
It's going to be a member of the Yakuza, probably.
Aoki had to leave his post in order to run for governor, though. He's governor? But...
He's faked his death, hasn't he?
He's supposed to be...
Fucking called it. Fucking called it.
Huh? In Kamurocho. Someone told me he died.
Oh...
Wait, did he appear in the prequel mission?
Yes. Oh, I think I know who this is. He's had plastic surgery. That's where this is fucking going, Sam.
I know him as.
I'm fucking right. I'm fucking right. Yes. Holy shit.
Gary?
Holy shit. The game just got really fucking interesting.
Wait, what?
He fakes his death, Sam. He faked his death and got plastic surgery so that he could run Bleach Japan. What the fuck?
A man with insatiable stamina decided to found an organization designed to shut down all the establishments he can satisfy his insatiable stamina? It makes no sense.
No, this is the thing. If he shuts down all of the brothels, then all of the soap landowners will have to come and work for him, meaning that he's the only one who can pay for sex in Japan anymore. It's brilliant.
Isn't this the one for that newspaper?
And also, how come he's not in the wheelchair?
Well, because obviously he's fixed his legs. Bleach Japan conspiracy. Finding this on 17 episodes in, too right, John. It would have been less, but we got sidetracked with side quests.
It'll be fine.
Oh dear.
What? So he like stands up and is like, "Would you take another one of those injections again? Oh, I'm far beyond the need for that. I got surgery to fix my back."
No, he stands up. Father, I can walk. I can walk away from this shitty organization.
You know what?
And then he just goes out the door.
Good night, then.
Yep. And it's funny if it like says because Masato Arakawa never actually had any ill will towards Issue, and he did give him the money. Imagine they're just Issue wouldn't immediately consider him an enemy.
Yeah, but like,
I'm guessing you.
He probably hates Ichiban though. Just by virtue of the fact that it's demeaning to have him wheel him around everywhere. Like, I reckon that'll come into his character later, I bet you.
But he helped keep the secret. He didn't spill the beans to his dad. He just said, look, if anyone if my dad asked, he just went shopping and things. And he kept the secret. And imagine I'm guessing you want them. Now, hear me out. It's like, I'm guessing you want all that money you lend me back with interest. And I guess he said, lent? No. I gave you that money, if you remember. It's yours to keep. Whatever you did with it, it's fine by me. Oh, okay.
I'm still gonna kill you after this, though.
I used some of it to pay off a debt. The rest of it, well, hang on. I put the rest in my bank account. I never actually touched it again. Must have built up some real interest. Then he looks, and throughout like the 18 years, it's gained like 20% more than it was worth 18 years ago. What? Is that it? Yeah. Hell, this is actually pretty good interest. If you put it in another bank, you would have got like 15%.
Like Ichiban, like for 2 episodes, Ichiban just turns into that one episode of Futurama.
That's what I was thinking. But shittier version of it.
Instead of listening to Sir Mix-a-Lot, he just does a cassette tape of the Humpty Dance. God damn it, Ichiban, you can't sit around all day listening to classical Western music. Oh god. I think we're going to end the stream in a minute. Like, that's enough plot.
I need to go out and buy some more alcohol.
Yeah, that's enough plot for me for one day. Oh god. Can we just appreciate the fact that Ichiban apparently knows the young master so well that he recognised him from his fucking handshake? Now, that's some BBC Sherlock level shit.
Until he was 20. Then he suddenly took off for America. He took political.
Only one man has a handshake that week.
Was friends with Hajime Ogasawara. Then they came back to Japan.
Of course, he always keeps his hands soft for his various lovers. What, you mean all the women he bangs? Occasionally some men.
Look at it though, his handshake's so weak the other guy has to support his hand.
In fact, it was pretty damn heartwarming for lots of folks. Seeing those youngsters.
What could have happened to his hands, like his arms, for them to be so weak? From, I don't know, overuse?
He was in the public eye.
And so Psycho does some digging. I've done some digging around all the, brothels I go to. Some of them are good friends with, some of the women, they give me good deals. Anyway, and some of them say he's able to pleasure women for hours and hours to the point where his arms, they just start cramping up and things. And so he pays extra for them to give him, like, muscle massages in his arms to get, like, feeding back and It's like I know I have references. The old like Kanaya like fanfic kind of thing I read once for Homestuck. Is that like an RPG at one point because the person who wrote it took like reader requests at one point saying like for Kanaya to dump all of her stats out to strength. The point where
your arms are like wet noodles.
Yeah. Is meant to be like a parody of things like that.
See, I just imagine that this goes the other way, and the young master we're never gonna call him by his actual fucking name. I just imagine the young master gets like a really shit back alley surgeon, and it turns out it's Borb, and he's just like, yeah, we fixed your legs, but I had to take some of the muscle tissue from your arms to do it. You're gonna notice slightly weaker grip.
I just noticed them in the plot. If he's behind the 3K plan, that's what drove Master Arakawa to join the Omi clan. Out of desperation, because he abandoned Tojo clan to unite with them because of the government cracking down on things. If the young master was behind it, what, was he just rebelling against his father? Massive fuck you?
Probably. The guy on the left's Majima and the guy on the right's Seijima. Don't know who the guy in the middle is. Probably Arakawa with a bigger hat.
Seijima.
Oh, Seijima's Goro's oath brother. Long story, we'll get to them later.
You think the patriarch of the Arakawa family colluded with the...
I wonder if he'll, Majima turns and says, no, you kind of remind me of another guy, except he was far less horny.
Oh dear. I imagine that's where it's gonna go. Oh god, Majima just shows up and uses a secret weapon, pelting Ichiban with a watermelon.
Most men, yes, but not Arakawa.
A watermelon?
Yeah, Yakuza 0 is a fucking weird game, Sam.
Is that the one set in the 90s?
80s, but yes. I bet you anything they're gonna think this is all Arakawa's doing, but then like he's just completely ignorant to the fact that his son's alive.
Yeah, that's the thing. Would his son be like trying to destroy his own father's influence by trying to squeeze out all the Yakuza?
Probably. So for the record, yeah, his adopted son, not his real son. We know where his real son is.
Yeah, but he doesn't know. There's no indication in the story to confirm that yet.
Exactly. No, that's why he shot Ichi.
I'm sorry, Ichi. I have to try and get rid of you in a way which won't make you hard. I'm going to shoot you. What? Guns? There's no way to make guns sexual.
You say that, but
Well, of course it does. If it's all lies.
Yeah, of all the things Ishiban's into, he doesn't like guns. He thinks it's too easy. Because with other things, you can cause lots of like pain with it without killing someone. But guns, too easy to kill people, so it can't really just BDSM.
What about a potato gun? That's still technically a gun.
Too Jewish.
I'm just saying, you could use it to cause some bruising. Or if you coat the potato in salt, you can use it to fight off ghosts.
Why not just use rock salt rounds?
Well, I don't have a shotgun, all I have is a potato cannon. This is the thing, like, you have to make do with what you have. Like, if I had access to something that could fire rock salt, I'd say, let's use rock salt, but we don't. All we have is this potato cannon that we bought for BDSM purposes, so we have to settle for coating the potatoes in salt before we shoot them. We're the worst fucking Ghostbusters, Sam, and I look forward to playing Luigi's Mansion with you.
Hold on. Hold the hell on.
What's next? List of hunting ghosts. Psycho, do you have any silver jewelry? To find off ghosts?
What is it?
I guess. And she opens her coat and she has a whole load of necks and things. Wow, you bought all this jewelry? I have all this jewelry. I never said I bought it.
He has a disability like that.
Oh dear.
The article said Aoki studied abroad in the U.S., right?
He studies abroad in the U.S. Yes, the well known for the fantastic surgery. What the fuck?
Well, maybe here in Japan.
Yeah, in California, about 10 years ago, there was this case of this woman who was in a horrific car crash. They managed to reconstruct her face using a driver's license photo.
Looks like there's a stick up his ass.
It was actually done to a Japanese woman, now that I remember.
Sorry, I was trying to remember what you were referencing. I realised it's Ace Attorney, but then there's another thing I've read that has the same plot. Oh god.
Ace Attorney is based in Japan. Sorry, California.
I was just thinking he went to California. No, not Canada. Canada, that was it. where they actually have the decent healthcare.
I don't think Ace Attorney's based in Canada.
No, but
That many Japanese people in Canada, but there's a huge Japanese population in California apparently.
No, this is why the young master got plastic surgery, so they give him spinal surgery in Canada.
That made for awkward meeting.
Oh god, can you imagine having to fake your death just to get spinal surgery? There we go. That's the fucking opening quote for this episode.
Yeah, what the fuck? I'm gonna go drink now.
Can you wait until we finish this episode, please?
Let's call it a day.
I'll try.
Oh god! Like that's the rules. You either have to fake your death so that you can get plastic surgery to look more American, so they won't charge you double for not being American, or you go to Japan and get surgery off a crow and a chicken in a back alley.
We don't even need to head back.
Why the chicken? The chicken has not been trained as a doctor. The crow is still in medical school, and is currently facing down the board of medical governors for trying to perform medicine while not passing medical school.
No, the chicken doesn't need to pass medical school.
So when the young master comes into like a back alley surgeon, they're saying, "So how much money do you have?" You know, speaking like chicken speak, and Namba's translating. It's a side job for him. I got like $5. Well, $5, what you get? And so, what? Omelette is trying to like repair his hands using fucking popsicle sticks.
Yeah, no, this is the thing. Like, the chicken doesn't need to pass medical school because the crow is in medical school, which is enough. So the chicken just gets its Google phone out and watches some how-to videos. Oh god, they've accidentally malpracticed 3 people while performing brain surgery.
Well, I think that one scene from the last season of Breaking Bad, where it's the guy who like smuggles them across the border to some arse and obscure place in US. That I learned how to do this from a YouTube video, like injecting him with like the anti-cancer medications.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Smooth.
Yeah, the descent of Walter White's character in that is tragic. And it says, "Are we in the money business or the drug business? We're in the empire business."
Confounds those whiskey puns. They drive me to drink.
Like my jokes, you can forget about using.
I can relate to that.
Insert Dover Boys clip there.
Found those Arakawa boys. They drive me to drink. And then it's like, is she drinking and Amber and Psycho refilling it? No, it'd be the other way. No, it'd be the other way around. Psycho, why you drink? You barely even know them. I don't miss an excuse to drink.
Chapter 9, A House of Cards.
12 seconds later.
They're going bar to bar asking about you. Ah, God, that was their first mistake. They should have gone brothel to brothel.
No. Why'd they go to that place if they're looking for brothels? That's a restaurant. No, they're saying, yeah, if you see Itchy, can you tell them the Korean mafia came round to talk to him? Specifically the Korean branch. Itchy, apparently the Russian branch of the Korean mafia came around looking for you? What the hell did you do to piss them off? Oh, I'm kind of working for them, but not as well. What the fuck? What have you got yourself involved in? It's complicated.
On the bright side, at least we followed enough of the plot to know that the young master finally got over his crippling problem of being disabled. There was probably a better way to phrase that, but I'm just saying, it's a Christmas miracle, Sam.
She went to prison in early January, so it wasn't a Christmas miracle because the events of the game didn't even start on Christmas. It started on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, but there were 18 years in between. That's 18 Christmases worth of miracles to give the young master the use of his spine back.
So on Christmas Day, that's when the surgery was for him to get his back, use of his spine back.
I don't even think he had surgery. I just think that while he was in Canada, going to government school, like Santa Christ.
Government school.
Yeah, government school, where you learn to politician properly. Oh, God.
Government schools, like state schools, generally are, what's the word? A shit.
No, I don't mean a state school. I mean government school is in a school specifically about the government.
Oh, I'm just looking at John Smith here. I got an issue. I thought you were homeless. I'm not a mobster. I'm independent. I'm a freelancer. It's just I'm doing some work for the Korean mafia. Look, it's complicated.
He faked being 20 years. He faked 20 years of being crippled. Yeah. Engineer,
pull up that. What was it? Not Robin Picardo. Patrick Stewart. You thought I was crippled for 20 years?
Acting. Like, he was just pretending to be crippled to get discount prostitution.
What the hell was he injecting himself with? Mashed up... did you ever see the film Limitless?
Well, obviously it was yellow Viagra.
No, I thought it was just, like, crushed up Viagra pills. He's, like, explaining to Ishi, why don't you just take the pills? Oh, no, if I crush them up and disperse them in, like, saline solution, it doesn't hit as hard, but it lasts a lot longer. That way, there's less risk to my heart, but it means I can last all night long.
And on that note, it's time for us to actually end there. We'll see you all next time.